Good morning. This is Dr. Nicole Steele, the founder and executive director of Diamond in the Rough, and known to some as the Competence Coach. And I'm jumping into the feed of every parent, every grandparent, every caregiver, for those out there listening who might be raising or be responsible for a little person, maybe in elementary school, middle school, high school, or even a grown young person that's trying to adult, who may find themselves a little bit weary in well doing. I'm talking to the parent or the loved one who's been standing in the gap for a long time for somebody that they love, whether they gave birth to them biologically or whether they're raising them as a bonus child, whether it's a grandparent that's standing in the gap, maybe for a grandchild, or maybe an aunt or uncle that's standing in the gap for their niece or nephew. I want to encourage you today. You know, the Word of God says that children are an inheritance, they're heritage, they are a gift from heaven. And I know we can get weary in well doing, but I encourage you today to faint not. I encourage you today not to give up on that little girl or that little boy that you love so much, the one that you are fighting for, even when they are not able to fight for themselves. Keep fighting. Do not stop. God is not through with them yet. He has a plan, He has a purpose, He has a divine destiny for them. And it doesn't matter how hard it's been. It doesn't matter how big the obstacles look. He is a mountain moving God. For those whose children or loved ones have lost their way, they've fallen off the path. They are so far from themselves. Be encouraged today. No matter where they are, God is with them. He says that He is Emmanuel. And no matter where they are, He is ever present. Even if they're outside of your sight, whether they're outside of your reach, they are not too far for God to see about. So I pray today for peace. I pray for peace in your heart. I pray for peace in your spirit. I pray that peace is your portion today. I pray that your joy returns as you stand and as you believe in faith. I pray that every tear that you have cried, God is capturing. I pray that He would hold your heart today as your heart aches for your loved one. But I also pray for the day that you see God restore your baby, restore your family, renew in your children the things that He has promised. He is a promise keeper. And as long as we don't get weary in well doing, He will. He will come through. That I do know. He is a promise keeper and He loves your children even more than you do. Believe it or not, He does. He loves them even more than you do. So, like He told me for my very own, give them back to me. That's what He wants. He wants you to trust them in His hands. He formed them, He molded them, He created them in their mother's womb, and He has not forgotten about them. So continue to pray, be encouraged, love them unconditionally. That's our job as parents, is to love, to love unconditionally the way that He loved us, you know? So be encouraged this morning. Before I even got on along my day, I just feel like this is going to minister to somebody today. I pray that it does. Be encouraged, parents. Know that you are loved and know that your children are loved. God bless.